or your video that you've done on Gnosis. So there's one place for the DAO tools that anybody can come and either do it with a lesson if they want to hear one-on-one, do it with a video if they need a video, do it by reading. We can link the how to
your video that
list,
you've done on
or
Gnosis.
with what do you call that? Your type of work, your notions. If you want to do it online, do an online course. So any ideas on how to get this wonderful bunch of ideas out there? Because I'm sort of
I think a Notion page menu is probably the best way to go about it. We can keep using the tools that we've already got and put everything all in one space for everyone to visually see.
yeah, but but I know exactly, that's exactly where I'm coming from. But like I said, there are two layers. One is this thing that I've got up right now, which is the schedule of what we're going to be doing for the month, and then
Ideas
maybe
out
in the
there.
main guild page, can we link up this to a calendar, and the calendar to everything that's out there? We got different types of teaching, right? We've got the video, we've got the online course, we've got the write up. So would you put that in like a table form? Is that what you're saying? Anyway, it's something that I'd like to get up by the end of season 5. So somebody says education, they come to the education guild, and apart from all the governance and whatnot, just completely missing, we have this page that says this is what you need to learn as a first level of entry into the DAO. These are the tools that you need to be familiar with. This is the way that you can learn them. And then if you would like, the Education Guild will hold one session every month. So what you're seeing here is a session that I've done. Is Paulito is going to be doing the how to wallet security. He said he's got that done. And then uh, what do you call it? Ernest, I can show you what I've got done for Notion. Very, very basic. I took a little bit from you, took a little bit from TrueCat to do a half an hour session. And then we link it to your white belt, orange belt. And the same with, how to collab land here. Can I move this? I can't, I can expand it. Can I? No, I can't. You can't expand the columns, can you, for this one?
No, you might be able to increase the width of the whole page. Like if you go up to the three dot
The
menu in the
three
top
dots
right,
that, yeah, okay.
go to
Full width,
full width.
right? There you go.
There we
You
go.
learn something every day. And then, so Notion is new. Discord is new. I haven't done anything with Discord. And uh, Ernest, I'll send you what I've done so far, and you tell me whether it's okay as a 101, a very, very brief outline of Notion. And then this is for August. And from September onwards, we'll put in things like the very first week is always coordinate. So we'll do coordinate and a repeat of this. Any feedback?
Sounds good so far.
All right. So the other thing that I would like is, what do you think we need? What else do you think we need for how-tos? Just let's concentrate on how-tos. Can you think of anything else we need to do? I want to do how-to governance, but general one. This is what I was talking to you about, Ernest. We
Yeah.
need to do like a basic. So maybe I'll do a how-to governance.
Yep. How to
And then
self-govern.
how to.
How to self-govern is what
Oh,
is
wouldn't that
what I would call it.
decentralized governance? That would be a better, or autonomous governance.
No, how to
How?
self-govern. So how you
Okay.
participate in governance yourself, you know. Um
But what aren't we talking DAO here?
no, we're talking
I'm,
self
I'm
self
talking tools. I'm talking tools that you need. So this is like,
well
how do
yeah,
you go and take part in forum and snapshot and stuff like that?
yeah. So how to self-govern it. how to self govern.
Okay.
Should teach you how to use sesh should teach you how to make suggestions and proposals and you know teach you how to use Seshbot and Snapshot and the discourse.
Okay. Uh, but Discord, I was thinking, Discord,
Discourse,
Dida, Discord. Yeah, I don't know what that is. What is discourse?
the forums
That's
we
the
use.
forum.
Yeah.
So inside here will be the forums and how to do a proposal and put it in the forum, how to do an ideation and do a, what do you call it,
Yeah, basically
temp check and all of that, correct?
yeah, essentially if you go through the proposal framework, then that should introduce you to Seshbot polls and then the forums and then Snapshot.
Okay, yeah, that's what I need. So self-governance. Can you think of anything else that somebody who is new to the DAO would need to be familiar with, apart from all of this? Just the how-tos for now.
Um, no, I mean I think that's a really good start, and yeah.
Okay, all right, that's good then.
Yeah,
So
White Fox. White
yes,
Fox.
yes, go
I
ahead.
guess there was a time you raised something that Spirited F asked. He asked about how banks get
Yes,
distributed, how many banks we have, and you
yes,
said
yes,
you're going
yes,
to do
yes. Yeah, you
bank
did.
tokenomics or something.
Actually, that's in the minute notes. Thank you for bringing that up. As who brought that? Who brought that up, Warrior? Can you remember?
Spirited F.
Yeah, Spirited F. She brought up. He brought up this. It's in the minutes. Okay, yeah, he brought up this one. He was saying that it would be good for us to do a how-to session on bank tokenomics, how bank gets distributed, how much bank we have, how and also how do you say the tokenomics of bank.
Yeah.
Would that be a good one? Because I think lots of people don't know it, including me, but it's out there, and I think somebody has written a paper on it. We can just do a very simple how-to bank tokenomics.
Yeah, well, yeah, and I would reference the handbook. Yeah,
The
and
GSC handbook.
well, that's the DAO handbook. Yeah, because that's going to
So the
be
DAO,
the main, essentially, governance doc for the DAO at large.
but would that not come under the governance? Would that not be something that we would teach in the how-to governance side of it, or do we think we need another one for the handbook?
Yeah, I think that the like introduction to the handbook sh should essentially start out with like how to bank, which is the bank tokenomics, because if you want to understand the DAO, you got to understand the difference between, well, you got to understand the DAO's multi-sig and the bank token and its tokenomics, and then once you get, your introduction to the handbook, introduction to the governance, then you can, you know, go deeper into the handbook later. Um, is like more. I mean, bank tokenomics is important, but if you don't know how the DAO operates, the tokenomics are, I mean, the tokenomics are simple. It's just it's a fungible token, 1 billion supply. There's a supply timeline of distribution. It's an ERC20 token, but
So
actually
what would
how the
what
DAO.
would you call this then?
Hmm.
What would you call it then? How to handbook?
How to bank.
Just
I don't know.
how to
Maybe. Yeah.
How to bank.
how
Uh,
how to I know it's a stupid how to thing. It's how to
I would do
okay,
more like an introduction to the handbook, which, the handbook covers membership rights and privileges, um, multi-sig responsibilities, and tokenomics, right? And the proposal, the governance, and operations framework of the DAO.
Okay. So
But
when we
that also might make more sense, like with the new joiner sessions, to be like a new joiner session 2. So like, what's the next session?
We'll join our session.
Yeah, do they just start attending these individual sessions after their new joiner session, or is there like a new joiner session level 2 that introduces people to? I still got to attend the regular new joiner session to figure out exactly what it does cover, but
Well,
yeah,
it is very overview. It doesn't actually teach anything. We are trying to teach them how to go to the, how do you say, the calendar to actually find the office hours for the talent coordinators, but it's causing a confusion. So I think I'm going to restructure it so that we just tell them that this is available, and then for you to get knowledgeable, go ahead, join the guilds. But to learn the individual tools, you are welcome to join Education Guild on it. Because I think the individual talent coordinators, some of them do the onboarding using the tools too. So whether if you do a new joiner session 2, it would only be to see how far they have come and how much they have learned in that time. I'm not quite sure whether we do need it or not, but that's something that we can talk about later. So, but hello. So, what are we calling this? Banks. How to
understanding bank tokenomics,
bank. Okay, got it.
or how to
Understanding.
bank. If you want, I like the how-to theme, but
Yeah, it's a bit difficult. How to understand? I just put understand.
Banklessly banking with bank.
Complicated somehow, Z5. Thank you.
Hey, no problem.
To bank.
yeah, turn bank into
How to intro. Actually, how intro to bank. Bank. Bank handbook. Really a mouthful. Bank handbook.
yeah.
Bank and handbook. Okay, bank. I mean, this is not set in stone, but we'll see. Or how does Bankless DAO work? No, that's BDAO Discord.
Well, that's what I
No,
just
that.
say. Like how to bank, it doesn't sound right, but it sounds very
Mm,
Web3 because it's like, well, yeah, of course, we got a noun. We can be a verb too.
yeah, but I don't know if people understand it. We're going to really, really deep thought here.
I think they'll be curious.
So how to bank, shall we?
How to
We can
bank.
always explain it when we do the event calendar. We can always explain it. How to
Yeah,
bank. There you go.
there's a
Let's do it
description.
simple. Yeah, that's the script. Okay, that's good. Right, so that should cover every tool that a new joiner needs to know. It covers, yeah, that should cover it. Thanks for bringing it up, Ori. Yeah, that was something that we needed to do. And then we have got another section that we started last month, but we haven't done a single thing yet. This is bank utility. So, Aloy, how is it going?
Still, we are done. We've done the research. So we forwarded every relevant document to Cisco for him to do the PPT. And I think we met to choose a presentation date. If you recall, I asked you, and you said between 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. UTC. I don't know if you could remember, if you can remember.
To meet up, you mean?
For the presentation, actually.
Yes. So when would you like to present it?
Friday. We're thinking Friday. We don't know if that would be fine. Friday between 2
We can
p.m. and 3
try it.
p.m.
Hold on. I'm just trying to get to somewhere.
Okay.
There you go. Hold on. Right. So you're thinking Friday the what? 12th, 19th?
This week should be this week. Friday
Ooh,
12.
okay. So bank
Yes,
utility,
Friday
utility,
12.
there will be bank.
I think Cisco will get across to you for the review. That is to check the, I don't know, but we've done basically everything. So it's just left for the presentation, which should be Friday, if that's okay. I don't know if there's anything. Okay, you put it down already. So
At 9 p.m.
two
9,
between
sorry, 2 UTC, right?
yes, 2 UTC. Yes.
2 p.m. UTC. Okay. All right.
Aloy, is it this week's
Yes.
Friday?
Yes.
Okay.
You want us to shift it?
No, it's cool. I just wanted to get what you were saying. It's cool.
Okay, this week Friday is 12. The 12th, yeah.
Okay. So that's good. Paulito is supposed to be doing. Oh, hang on. Why is mine not showing? Hold on a minute, guys. It's not showing the right screen. Hold on. Yeah, this one. So you sure you're okay for Friday? Then I'll create the event and ask Liviu to promote it. Okay?
I didn't. What did you say?
I said if you're sure for Friday, I will create the event and get Liviu to promote it.
Yes, we're sure for Friday. We're sure
Yeah.
for Friday.
What chat shall we hold it in the By the way, let me ask a related question. How do I know if the water cooler channel is free or not? Ernest, do you know?
The book club is the only thing that ever really schedules anything in the water cooler. None of the other channels in that category really schedule events. So there's absolutely nothing other than the book club that schedules anything in the water cooler.
Okay.
So
Good. So
on the regular calendar, like you'll see if there's an event at the time that you're trying to schedule your event, and then you can just see if it's in the water cooler or not.
all right. Because I'm wondering whether we should be doing all of this in the water cooler rather than the cool teachers room, because everybody can access it. Nobody needs to get the badge. But I'm worried that I'm going to be clashing with people if it's water cooler. But yeah, okay, we're saying that only the book club uses it.
Well,
We'll do water cooler then.
There's the workshop and office hours voice channels in the welcome part of the Discord. So it just depends on. I mean, I don't know, but there's also a workshop. There's a workshop voice channel in the Bankless DAO Bytes, where the calendar is and stuff.
Yeah, I know that one. But
So,
no, if this is freer, then we'll just stick to water cooler. I mean,
yeah.
once we get it into a regular schedule, people will know that that's what's happening.
Yeah.
And then if we can get most of the events up fast, then we sort of block the space.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I like the water cooler.
Okay.
I like advertising that Bankless DAO has a water cooler, like on Twitter and things. I mean, it just sounds like, oh, maybe that's a fun place in the DAO Discord that I should be checking out.
It definitely has got a ring to it. Okay, so Aloy, you are going to be presenting it, correct? Is Aloy? Okay,
Yes,
perfect. Right, so done. I will do the event and do the promotion and see you guys there. And Paulito, you're on too. So are you okay for how to wallet security on the 16th?
GM,
Paulito, either? GM,
yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. Then that should be on Wednesday, right?
say again?
That's 16th. It's a Wednesday, right?
It's
Or
16th
Thursday?
is a Tuesday.
Oh, that will be before the
Tuesday.
meeting or during our meeting.
It'll probably be 1 p.m. UTC. Is that okay with you?
Okay.
Just before the
Oh, yeah,
meeting?
Sure.
Okay, 'cause, yeah, we need to keep Monday free for the new joiners session. So it'll either be, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But if somebody wants Friday, then that's fine. Because if we put everything in, we're going to be quite crowded. So if you can do that on Tuesday, then I will do Notion on Wednesday. I'll work through it with Ernest, and then this is what I've got. So what else would you like? This is open to everybody. What else do you think we need to put in the last 3 weeks of August, based on what we've got? Hold on. The list that we have got. Do we need to repeat anything? I'll give you the list.
It won't be wrong for us to do how to coordinate one more time, because the people that have come in, they are a little bit much, right? From the ending of last season to the beginning of the season, a lot of new guys have come in, and they are having issues with the how to run coordinate. So I think that
Yeah,
will be a good session to have as well.
but the problem is that not the problem. I was going to put coordinate on the first week of September because we have the Dow coordinate at the beginning of every month. But yeah, we can do coordinate. It's no problem, and I think people do need it. So yeah, hold on. So all right, I'll put coordinate in.
White Fox, you stopped sharing your screen.
Yeah, I did. I'm just going to change my screen to this one. Hold on. Doesn't seem to want to come off. Yeah. So this is what we've got. And then if I go back to here. Sorry, I'm just wondering whether can you see the calendar now? If I change my
Yes.
screen, or is it still showing? Yeah, so it does work. Why am I being so? So all right. This is what we've got. So we're going to do the bank utility. Polo is supposed to work on USM and bank, just like a very quick session on how you actually link the USM buying on USM and bank. Paulito, you've done balancer and bank. Would you like to present that? Paulito's doing that. I need to go back to research and ask people who know Rari Fusebowl and see
We
whether
also need
they're
to have
willing to do that.
research. We also need to have research review the stablecoin setup. It's ready.
Ah,
It
yeah, I
just
forgot.
needs
Yeah,
a
you got your
review, and then I can
stablecoin.
present.
Okay, so where's your stablecoin? There
The
you go.
last green one there.
Yeah. So when can you do that then? So
Anytime this week. I think we should let's get it run by Research Guild first and have them okay it, because it was all their content. It was from that DeFi download. But once they okay it, I can do it pretty much any day.
Okay, so this is bank utility, bank and balancer. So are you okay for the 6th of September, Paulito? Hello? So no man, he's not there. So where would you like to put yours? When do you think it could be ready? DeFi for the stablecoin?
It's ready. It just needs to be reviewed. So as soon as
So
Research Guild can okay it.
Sorry, Coin Fox. I had a big issue with connection. 6 is fine.
6 is fine, good.
Yeah.
And then shall I put it on the 17th then? Next
For me?
week?
Sure.
Yeah. Right. So knowledge session. Stablecoin.
We've got our admin meeting 10 to 11. What time were you thinking?
I'm thinking because everybody's got something on at 2 p.m. UTC. So I was thinking maybe we do everything at 1 p.m. UTC. Is that, would that be?
I can do that.
Everything gets crowded. Everything gets crowded after 2 p.m. UTC. Now we got the new joiner session. We've got this one, and then we've got admin tomorrow. All of them are at 2 p.m. UTC. So I was thinking we standardize it to 1 p.m. UTC. I think it should be okay for everybody. If we need to, we might do another session for the next time zone, but I think we need to get this stabilized first. Once we get, how do you say, a system going, then we can repeat or duplicate it somewhere else. So that's good. Good, we're doing well now. So, okay, I won't spend too much time here, but we need to get people from the research. Ernest, you're with research, correct?
Yeah.
So I'm good. Remember, I was telling you that I need to go to research and then ask people to help me out with things like this. So we pull together people from research, somebody who'd like to do the presentation, and then
you mean on Celsius,
get them
Lido,
together.
and Rocket Pool?
Forget Celsius. I gotta get Celsius out.
I mean, yeah.
So it's basically not so much a Lido Rocket Pool, but basically what is hodling, what is staking, what is your, how do you say, what are the things out there that you can stake on, just to give them an idea. This is just basically knowledge, and not so much on the utility or using the protocol. Like for lending and borrowing, I did a knowledge session on, sorry?
You can do an intro to Coinbase.
To intro to Coinbase?
Yeah.
Why? As a protocol, teaching a protocol.
Well, I mean, so Coinbase application. Also, there's but Coinbase has staking. Like they automatically just tell you, like, hey, here's some tokens that you got. You can stake these and earn some and hodl.
Is that still applicable? I thought they cut their staking because the U.S. government was breathing down their neck.
Oh, I haven't caught up on that.
I don't think there's any more U.S. staking on Coinbase.
Really?
ETH2 maybe.
I think we need to use DeFi's. You know, like Rocket Pool is DeFi, right? Lido is DeFi.
There's a hardware wallet called the Atomic Desktop Wallet.
Yeah, I've not heard of that.
I've heard of Atomic Wallet. Is that the same thing?
Yeah. It's just the Atomic.
I didn't know it was a hardware wallet.
No, sorry. It's just early. But it essentially, I'll drop a link to it here in the voice channel chat. But it also allows you to, it's an application, you download it, you have tons of different tokens in it, and you can, stake from the wallet.
And the staking rates are legit. I've got a bunch of stuff in Atomic Wallet myself.
Right?
I've never even heard of Atomic Wallet. Is it a soft wallet?
Yep, and it's self-custody.
Yep. This and the oh man. Yeah, this wallet and the Samurai wallet were like my first two wallets.
Huh.
When you say self-custody, what do you mean?
This is the wallet that I use to actually hodl with. It's like once I put tokens into this wallet, I don't take it out for 5-10 years. Like I'm just not gonna touch it.
Is this an extension wallet?
It's an application.
It's a separate piece of software. Yep.
Yeah, you download it just like an application. Like.
Oh, okay, all right.
And it's a multi-chain wallet, so you can put in everything.
Okay. So yeah, that's a good one. So that would be under. Should we do one? Oh, hodl staking, and then put wallets then.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can just use this application as the background. Like, let's learn about hodling and staking, get an introduction into the Atomic Wallet. You're going to want people to download the wallet, but they also now have a mobile app for your phone, which is cool.
Mm,
So, you know,
yeah.
we might want to have somebody knowledgeable about it, but we just use it as the tool,
An
to talk
example.
about
Yeah.
hodling and staking.
Agreed. That's what I did with lending and borrowing. I used Aave as the tool to explain it. So if we can find something, just a few things. I mean, everybody wants to know about ETH2 staking, and then get research to give some idea, and then they can go with it. If it's too much, then we can break it into 2 sessions. And I'm not so I'll probably come to research, and we can talk through it and get a few people and start working on this. Okay. Bonding is another one I put there, but I'm really not sure whether we should be doing it or not, because bonding seems to have gone quiet all of a sudden. But this is what we've got, and we can expand on it as we go along, I think. So going back to this, maybe I can do a knowledge session on lending again. Liquidity pools.
I think
Yeah.
there's so I started, gathering the material for like a basics in financial literacy. And if you learn any one of these DeFi protocols and then you go and you take 100% of your savings and you just drop it into these protocols because now you know how to use this DeFi app, like,
You're
we've done
kidding
people
yourself.
a horrible disservice. And
Yes.
we don't need to necessarily tell, my thinking was, how do you create a portfolio? Like, what's a financial portfolio? A financial portfolio is essentially just a savings account that has certain time frames in mind and certain risk tolerances, right? But you have a short-term savings account, a medium term, a long term, a shit hits the fan, you know, term where you're just like buying physical gold and silver, Um, but once you understand how to save, store value on different time frames, then you can look at the different tools and options out there and say, okay, I'm going to use Balancer on Polygon because there's hardly any gas fees, and I can do short-term trading, which is a year, on using the daily, kind of time frame. So I'm only checking in with my Balancer account once a week. But then I have another savings, and when I earn money, right, I put like 10% into the short-term savings, 50% into bills, 30% of my income, then goes into more long-term savings. And, if you can't
Actually,
structure that initial portfolio, you just, you don't know how to manage your risk in any of these, you know.
uh, Ernest, this is up my street. I've done financial literacy. The problem is I've done financial literacy in TradFi. And in TradFi, it's basically, certain percentage of bonds, a certain percentage of this, and, how do you, um, how do you say, a portion of what you are doing, what sort of risk you're taking. But you're talking about it in DeFi, which is interesting, but it's also quite wide, though.
It's
Do
the
we
same
really have somebody who's done it?
it's the same thing though. It's how do you actually create a portfolio? That's why you do DeFi, right? You want more tokens later than you have now. You're wanting to store value. And if you want to store value, you store value in portfolios. And if you don't know how to create a portfolio, it Web 2, like TradeFi, none of that matters. Like a portfolio could be your mattress, right? It could be that box in your closet that's fireproof. It could be, it could be in a bank, it can be in gold, it can be in, Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever. But because that's what you got to understand risk, right?
Exactly. And the portfolio is dependent on your risk profile.
Yes.
That is the most difficult thing to get across to people, because risk profile and portfolio management is very individual dependent and also age dependent, because you obviously it's going to be, so how much are you willing to risk? How much are you willing to, how do you say, take a bet on,
Yep.
based on what? So that is not that easy. I mean, I've been thinking about it for DeFi. We can, how do you say, work on it and see if we can get like an overall structure based on something from TradFi, and then do like 3 different risk management portfolios. And again, for DeFi, the problem that I have when you try to relate it to TradFi is that you're working with tokens that you don't know what's going to happen. You're dealing with an unknown. Apart from ETH and BTC, we don't know what the other tokens are going to get labeled as. And
But
then that is a risk that we don't know yet.
well, yeah, it's more risky. Like that's
Yes,
the thing, is that anytime you're talking about crypto, so crypto is not, technically, right? You're not supposed to put all your wealth into crypto, right? If
exactly.
you're only
Yes,
supposed to have 10-15%. But if you're earning
correct.
crypto first, right, then it's a little different. But everything I think is still the same. It's how do I actually identify risk? Because you know, DeFi pools, the APYs and stuff, the yields change, and there's a lot of math.
Exactly.
And when you put money in a bank and they tell you, I guess they used to be able to tell you, you got a couple percent, you knew that in a year, 2 years, 3 years from now, you probably had that same percentage. I I've been in very few DeFi pools that have lasted for more than like 6 months, and
Agreed.
so
Yeah.
I think keeping it simple is the key, and just teaching people about risk and would be valuable. Um, I don't think you have to get into Web 2, Web 3. I just think you want to teach people about risk. This is another thing why I think that streamed content is different than program content, right? When we're creating programs right here.
Yes, correct.
When you stream, you're creating a space for the development of the content. So you can make space where, like a help desk, right? A live help desk at a given time frame where we're always talking about certain things, like maybe risk management, right? Because you just don't read, a wiki on risk management and then like, oh, fine, I'm a portfolio manager now, right? Like you have to actually practice and learn how to manage your own risk and manage your own finances, and then learn the math to be able to assess the value of things. Um, you know,
Uh, Ernest, when you say stream, you're basically saying a space where people can come and talk, correct?
yeah,
Is that what you mean by stream, as opposed to us actually programming and sort of like spewing the information out to somebody, and then they have a short answer and question and answer session? Your definition of streaming is to be actually have a topic and get people to come in and ask questions and learn within that.
Actually,
time frame.
actually engage. Yes. Like
Engage, yes. Okay.
actually engage. And you have a theme, right? People have to know what to expect. So, and you have a, you can develop a format, but it's not a program. It's a space, right? And
Yeah.
you want people to use that space to develop their talents, right? That's what. And so you can create a pathway by holding that space, um, and then on one level you have to market it, but at another level you have to be able to find the time that people are available and interested in that space. So it
True.
takes
And
two.
also have the knowledge to be able to, how do you say, facilitate the conversation.
Yeah, but if you can facilitate self-learning as well, right? Like essentially what you're doing as a streamer is you're role modeling some type of behavior. If I'm a trader, right? What I'm streaming about is, hey, I'm waking up, I got my coffee, I'm checking charts, I'm comparing today's charts to yesterday's charts, putting them into categories, assessing risk, um, and then, I make some trades, and then 2, 3 hours later, I'm done streaming. And I've just streamed, live my behavior, and the people watching it generally are wanting to somehow, adopt or emulate or, you know, understand through that engagement process.
That is another way of doing it. That you're right. It's something that we can take a look at, but how do you say it? It's a different level. I think there is a basics that needs to be done, and then there is what you're saying where you actually come in, but it takes a different kind of mentality to actually learn from that sort of sessions. That is like somebody who's really interested in it, and then then you're talking about imitating behavior and doing some sort of like um, a process where they try to follow you. That's a different thing, I think. Different kind of learning.
Yeah, but I think that's what Web3 learning is.
Never thought of it that way.
It's institutional programming is is great for some base knowledge, right? You can, which is we need a lot of, but people also need to change their behaviors, right? And so that
Hmm.
process is totally different, right? And it comes about
Yes.
through education, but we don't have an expectation with what people are going to do with this knowledge, right? When you go to university, there's a clear expectation that, oh, you're learning this to become a doctor or to become an engineer or whatever. And it's like, no, you're learning how to decentralize power structures no matter where you're at, no matter what project you're in, whether you're in TradeFi, DeFi, old school or new school. That's what cultural change is.
You're
It
going
takes
too
longer
deep.
to develop.
You're going too deep.
Yeah,
You're right. You're right.
yeah.
But I think people need to how do you be exposed to that sort of interaction. I mean, it's basically what you do, Ernest. You're there, and people come and ask you stuff, and you explain it. I mean,
Yep.
that's exactly what you do, and it's very, very, how do you say, educational. But it's very, very, how do you say, time consuming.
Yeah, except that I
And
don't go through any proposal writing processes. I don't have to ask anybody for any kind of permission to sit in a in a
mm,
voice channel. So there's a whole bunch of work that I'm not doing, and when there's nobody else in the channel, like, yeah, I mean, it'd be great if I was just sitting there meditating, but like, I'm doing other things. So it's not ever wasted time. I
Yeah.
actually can do other things during that time and stack functions, with my time, win win win.
I think I agree. But hang on, you're going too deep, okay? Let's just stick to this one for now, and
Yeah.
then we'll build on it. I mean, the information is amazing, but we got to figure out how to get this thing right now. So I think we've done for today, because what we've listed out. I got it here. Yeah, what we've listed out is enough for today, and then I will start sending out the events. I'm going to put, except for the bank utility on Friday, which is 2 p.m. UTC, I'm going to put everything else at 1 p.m. UTC. And um, and I will get Livu to what do you call it? Advertise it. So for today, I think that's all I have. Anybody else wants to input anything more? And thank you all for helping out with this, because looks like we can actually get it to go, and then we can present this in the new joiners session to say this is where you come for your tools. Anyone has anything else to input?
No, I like it. Reach out
Okay.
if you need any help with stuff. I can, edit things or whatever. I've got time on my hands, and I'm looking to make some bank.
Yeah, great. No problems. No problems. And Ernest, I'll touch base with you on the Notion thing. And looks like we can get a lot of banks out to a lot of people. That's the whole idea.
Yeah, and just a heads up, I'll be doing some deep dives into Juicebox and ENS domains and really figuring those out and to help other people um, use them. So hope to have some updates on that in the future. But I
Okay.
think
Yeah.
one thing is like
Oh,
set up.
I missed all that.
Yeah, I misread
Discord
that
cut you
too.
off right after you said one thing that might be super easy
Oh,
for you to do, and then it's like got rugged.
is it okay now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Juicebox. Um,
Ah.
the Bounty Hunter podcast is interested. Essentially, it's just using the testnet, right? You just set up, and once you start playing with the settings in Juicebox, it makes a bunch of sense. Um, but every media node, and why not any guild that produces any kind of media, have a Juicebox campaign where anybody can give you Ethereum, right?
You
Like,
completely lost me with Juicebox. What is Juicebox?
think PayPal donations, like why do we not, the reason why there's no education guild or research guild PayPal account is because you can't run it with an autonomous multi-sig, right? It's got to be connected to a person. But Web 2 or Web 1 would say if I'm an independent organization or a nonprofit, I should have a PayPal account so that you can give me money through PayPal. And so just by having a Juicebox campaign, it allows your organization to accept donations, you know, just like Gitcoin grants, except it's crowdfunding instead of like a grant, but it it should be as standard as your Twitter. Like you're just making it easy, but it's a little tricky and it's a little technical to understand the settings. Um, and it is, on the main net, so there are gas fees, which is why doing it on the test net is important. But if you're looking for work, I can think of 18, different language media nodes that all need a juice box. Every podcast that's looking for a sponsor needs a juice box. Hatchery needs a juice box. Like, um, and I think that's, once you know the time it takes to set up a Juicebox campaign and walk a group through like 2 or 3 hours of, you know, it should be an easy way to figure out the value of your time by building Juicebox campaigns. you know.
Okay. Didn't understand a word of that. I'll probably have to sit down very slowly and go through all of it.
You know what a
But
Kickstarter campaign is?
a what?
A Kickstarter campaign?
Yeah.
You know how you like any project or any person can just go to the Kickstarter platform and say, you know, I do this cool thing, give me money. And people are like, here you go. You know, that's just crowdfunding. So Juicebox is a Web3 native crowdfunding tool. It allows you to create campaigns. You can run it for multi-sigs. It does, you know, different kinds of distribution mechanics that are, you know, Web3, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that will be a topic for another day. You got too much information, Ernest. That's your problem. You know
I'll
too
build
many
a
things.
Juicebox campaign and share it with you. And so anybody that wants to learn how to do a Juicebox campaign can donate to the Juicebox campaign.
Will do. Okay, it's top of the hour, so I think we can close this meeting.
Second.
Very quick. Very quick. Anyway, thanks everybody for coming. We'll catch up with you guys next week, and will anybody who can please attend these sessions. The thing that I forgot to tell you is I'm also saying that anyone who wants to present these, you need to attend at least 2 sessions of any particular how-to or any particular knowledge session, and then you present it. So if anybody is interested in presenting the material that has already been presented, please let me know, DM me or send me a notice, and I'll put your names down, and then further down the line, you guys can start presenting it. Okay? And I'll come up with a format for that next week. I'm just a little bit behind. Anyway, thank you all for coming, and we'll catch up next Tuesday.
Sweet.
And all right. Thanks, everybody.
So this is each Tuesday.
Thank you.
Where is that calendar located?
It is in the events calendar, isn't it? Tuesday, every Tuesday, 2 p.m. UTC, Education Work Group. Should be.
The calendar of events? Like I saw that was in a meeting. I don't see anything.
It's the event.
I don't see anything on the.
Unless it's finished, because I have never ever created an event. It's just come up every time. Maybe it's run out of its sequence. Let me check that, and I'll put it back on.
Okay, I'll go to the meeting notes. All right. Well, thanks.
Thanks, Ernest, for coming. Thanks, everyone. Catch you next week.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.